Hey folks, Kevin Jackson here. This is a public service announcement to Black leftists, and it has to do with artificial intelligence. And let me just tell you, do you remember the black guy in the Jetsons? Well, if you don't, it's because there were no blacks in the future. And with the way AI is being deployed, think the Jetsons, black people. What am I talking about? I'm talking about everybody working on artificial intelligence is a serving tool. Do your research for you. Do all these things for you. And if you look at the evolution of AI, from voices that talk like this here to where when I was an electrical engineer, it was a big deal if we could get a robot to stand on one leg. Now you have robots that run and they look almost like humans.
If you haven't heard of Amica, it's a robot that mimics human-like behaviors. It can understand language, control its facial expressions and movements, and gives the impression of having human-like thoughts and feelings.
You have voice recognition that talks exactly like humans. You have AI that can be created that has people calling other family members saying, I've been abducted, send ransom money, and it sounds exactly like the other person. I've heard them. I've seen the deep fakes. I've seen it all. And you know what? We're at the beginning of it. I know AI has been around for a few decades, and the military has been playing around with it, but where we see it today and what really exists is scary. So scary, Elon Musk said he sees it as the biggest threat to mankind, bar none.
I think the danger of AI is much greater than the danger of nuclear warheads by a lot.
So all that being said, ask yourself this question, black people. They're trying to kill you with abortion. They can't do that right now. Not enough, not fast enough. But they can kill you with AI. And you're saying, what are you talking about? Well, there's lawlessness all over the country. Defund the police. Big cities dominated by black folks. You know where we end up? In jails and in prisons. And you know what happened during the time of COVID? Mandatory vaccinations in jails and in prisons. Well, if you watch these conspiratorial movies like The Bourne Legacy, where they have these guys on a particular protocol, and once they decide that the experiment is over, they give them a new pill and they walk in.
What's this? One pill once a week, every 8 days.
Lights out. That's what's going to happen. They're going to give us protocols that say lights out. Now, you may not believe me. Hollywood doesn't come up with anything original. The last Bond film, you know what they were able to do? Because they mapped the human genome, they were able to give, the guy said, we could kill off a specific population of people who have a certain type of genome.
Get me into Belmarsh.
No, Blofeld's the only member of Spectre still breathing. I can't risk that.
Oh, but you will risk developing a DNA targeting weapon with a corrupt scientist for 10 years?
They could be very specific in saying we are going to kill sub-Saharan African Somalis and kill everyone on the planet that has that bloodline. That's how specific it's gotten. So if you think AI is here for good, yeah, enjoy the map feature on your phone that says, hey, I'd like to go here, and it takes you there. But if you take it to its logical conclusion, you got a bunch of criminals, a bunch of people acting thuggish, a bunch of people that don't know how to assimilate into society. And if you think the powers that be are going to let you live, you better think the Jetsons. Hey folks, Kevin Jackson here. I've been shadow banned, but you are the difference maker. All you got to do is click those links. All you got to do is join me here, wherever you find my videos, join me. And most importantly, make sure you go to my website and get signed up and get in my database. They can't do anything about that. So be sure to keep in touch.